Season hasn't started yet. It seems like there's only one club really in the news at the moment. So again, just want to keep on top of everything that's going on at the moment. Whether it's little videos like this, for example, or just little talk about Liverpool and things that's happening at the moment. So Kirkes, a little bit about Frimpong and Wirtz, Isaac, Diaz and the links to Saudi, and Nunez and potentially Napoli, and a little sprinkle of Harvey Elliott and Kwanzaa mixed into that. Catch you after this. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, LFC fans around the world. So LFC just keep on doing business, keep on having activity, lots of talk on social medias, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, aka I'm not Facebook, even Twitter, or called X, but I'll still rather call it Twitter. Liverpool are just keep on doing business, and they mean business. Look, Richard Hughes has definitely delivered so far. Edwards definitely delivered, and it looks like they're giving Slot the ingredients to make a fantastic meal. All the recipes are in place. We are champions of the league, and instead of resting on laurels, we are increasing and improving our squad. And that's what you want from your owners. That's what you want from the sporting directors who have a responsibility, custodians of the club, to ensure that they meet the expectations and the aspirations of the fans. And Liverpool, look, we've gone many years without continuous success. And when I say continuous success, I mean the league. We know we've won the Champions League. We know we've won little cup competitions sprinkled. But we know as a club, bread and butter is that we win the league back to back, or win the league again and again, and always in that hunt. And for years, where we had Benitez and all the various managers, we haven't been there. We've been close, but not enough. And Klopp got us there. And we know if it wasn't for a drugged up, i.e. cheating City, which still hasn't been addressed yet, even though it should have been already, Klopp would have won a few more. And we've been talking about him as probably one of the all-time greatest Liverpool managers. And I think that's very unfair, what's happened to him and what's happened to the club. However, we've got Slot and we've won the league, and I just want to chop quickly on some of these things going on. So here we go. When we look at it, players like Harvey Elliott, and I talked about this before, Harvey Elliott has shown with England on the 21s, and the final is tonight at 8 o'clock, that he is a good player. We know this. And what we also know, he loves the club. He doesn't want to just leave. He wants to be at the club. He doesn't want to leave Liverpool. He's a fan first. Then he's a player second. And those two dovetail together. However, we have honest conversation. He's been in the club and he's done okay. But he's suffered injuries. Coming from Fulham, he's suffered injuries. And those injuries has curtailed him at times this season. But then as we evolve and elevate the squad, it's been difficult for him to then hold down the place. If I look at his fitness, if I look at his pace, if I look at his strength, if I look at his tackling ability, it's not great. Technically, we know he's good, but at times he still struggles technically to deliver the right pass at the right time. He does it in fits and starts. But look, overall package, he's there, we like him. However, the club is improving. And as we improve, the demands of the players is more. And so we bring in better players. And for me, it's time for Harvey Elliott to go. It's time for him to, if we can get that 40 million, grab it. And right now, he's in a shop window. He's been seen by teams all around the world. And they're seeing him score goals back to back for England. score winners, and surely that can only help him and help the club. So Harvey Elliott, 40 million potentially muted for Brighton. If that deal can be agreed, fantastic. Let's take it. Bush. Kwanzaa. Again, young player, but I'm not so critical of him compared to Harvey Elliott because I feel Kwanzaa's shown that he has the ability. If I'm criticising him, lack of pace, sometimes not switched on in a game. And that's a problem with Gomez as well, let's be honest about that. But he's shown the ability to stride from the back, deliver the pass, have a good touch as well, and be physically dominant. In Liverpool, he's actually played with Gomez or a Konate or a Van Dijk, and rather to be standing in his own shadow. So the Leverkusen deal, 40 million odd, or 34 million with 5 million, so make it 35 million with add-ons, whatever it is. Look, take it. We take it. We're happy. Great. It gives him an opportunity to stand on his own foot and to develop and become stronger and bigger and physically more dominant. So then we can see that play in him. And if he does that, great. We buy him back, 60 million, wherever it is. If he doesn't, we cashed in. We've seen players like Abe and all that kind of stuff who've gone away and not been the players that we thought they would be. So we saw in a game against Ipswich when the manager hooked him up at half time, his frailties. And so he needs to work on that. Now, clearly the manager's been looking at that and feels like, okay, opportunity for the player to go, get sold, and let's see what happens with his career. And would that be money in the bank? Nunes. We all know we love Nunes. I've talked about this before. If Napoli can bring up the money and get close to that 59 million plus or 54 million, we'll take it. If he's not going Saudi, he wants to go to Napoli, not a problem. But it's clear that the two can't meet anymore. Slot's team has to have a finisher. Nunes is not a finisher. Love him to bits. Battled for him in social media, on WhatsApp groups and all that kind of stuff. But Nunes is not delivering consistently, although we know he can because that's what he delivered in Portugal. However, it's not Portugal and he's not delivered in UK. So we've got to see him go. And hopefully we'll see someone like Isaac come in there, or Etiquette or Gutierrez come into play. But I'm hoping it's Isaac. If we can get Isaac, fantastic. We know it'll be about 100 mil with maybe selling on someone to them or whatever it's going to be. But look, we agree that Nunes needs to go. Then we look at Diaz. It's new to the moment that Saudi Al Nassr are looking at potentially €100 million deal, about 85 million British pound. That would be great money. I'm not happy about the fact that we've kind of treated him unfairly. I feel that his contract weekly amount should be better than 65 or whatever it is, £1,000 per week. I'm really disappointed with that one. I feel the noise is being let down by the club, promises made haven't been kept, etc., etc. Clearly, we're looking to get rid. Let's move on. Is it being a player that's been very effective? I would love to see him stay, but if we can't stay, then let's get the money for him. And we've got Florian Wirtz in there, who we've spent going to potentially 114 million for with add-ons and whatever. And we know he's a potential number 10, creative midfielder, whatever, left-sided, blah blah. We know he's going to do bits for us, and so we've got that placement ready there, and we're going to evolve. But it's pity. I'd like to see Diaz staying, and I hope he still does stay. I hope he does. Then we have Kirkes left back. This will put pressure on Robertson. We need pressure on Robertson. We need Robertson to... I don't feel Robert is going to be the player he was. I'm very critical now of his pace and decision making, stuff like that. And I'd like to see Kirkes come in as he is, 40 million deal, and it's only going to help us. Fantastic. One of the best left backs in the league. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? I really feel so happy that his father is a Liverpool fan, etc., etc., etc. Then we go into Frimpong. Same thing. Father's a Liverpool fan. Come on, right side. 30 million odd. Frimpong, fantastic. Pace. Just technical ability, blah, blah. Trent's gone. Good luck to him. This helps us on the right-hand side. Whether he fit well in the back four, we'll see. I'm sure the coach will sort something out with that. but again, fits into the puzzle that is Liverpool. Keeper, we know, got backups now. Keller's going, Arashvili's in. So we know that we've got strength now. And Alisson will have competition. You know, I know Woodman's, but I think it's about to come now as well, to just be that sort of backup to the backup to the backup. But it gives us strength in depth. Guehi, that's potentially on the books now. We're trying to get some sort of 30 million deal. They want to get 50 million, 60 million plus. Let's see what happens. But allegedly the next 24 hours is crucial with a Guehi deal. Allegedly he's talking about potentially like, look, Liverpool, I've got to be guaranteed place. I don't think that we can do that. But look, with the Konate rumours at the moment, with Konate holding off a contract, he's on 68 million, and Konate is not happy with contract and saying, look, he's willing to leave next year. When the season ends, the season after, then look, that may mean that he goes this season, and then that fits nicely in terms of Guehi coming in. And so we're planning for the future. It's a pity because I like Konate. I think that works really well. But Guehi's also well-known, renowned, weather-worn Premiership defender. And hopefully that can fit very well with Liverpool. I can't see where we go wrong. Potentially, I think we'd probably sell Gomez as well. I can't see how we keep Gomez, especially with the injuries. Diogo Jota, that's a question mark. Newcastle are sniffing around the wings for that. And, you know, I love Jota the slotter. I don't want to see him go, so hopefully he stays. But it'll be interesting to see what happens next. So Liverpool are in the news. Liverpool are doing things to strengthen that squad this season. And I just see it as a positive all round. We also haven't talked about Bajcetic potentially coming back as a number 6. You know, what could happen with Endo? He wants to stay, etc., etc. Just look, the strength in the squad is going to be huge. And hopefully it'll fit in terms of what Slot wants to do in terms of slot ball, in terms of pushing teams into their half and keeping them there and making sure that we don't get bloody noses in terms of conceding goals and stuff like that. Just want to show you this from one of my customers. Young lad bought me LFC coaster. Love it. Thank you very much, Aiden. Thank you, young man. Good lad. So let me know what you think. Please click on notifications, like and subscribe, and just share in terms of the content. Algorithms are such, and I'm trying to grow this holistically. I'm not going to purchase any space to actually grow this non-holistically. I want to grow it holistically, and come this season, I hope to have a bit more bits and pieces and a little more toys to make the content more appealing as well for the eye. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about potential signings or the transfer window we've done so far. I hope you agree that LFC is doing bits and we need to keep on the news, because I can feel like Fabrizio Romano say, here we go again, whether outgoings or incoming. So it's an exciting time for LFC. Very, very exciting. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later.